integration by parts. So we want to see the techniques that we can use to solve integration by parts. First and foremost, before we get started, man, you know, this is Africa, man. You know what I'm saying? We're representing the motherland, Africa, 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 Africa. You know what I'm saying? Right, so this is a formula for integration by parts. Either you can use the first one or the second one, which is integral f first derivative, and then g of x, d of x equal to, now this f prime, now equal to, you multiply f of x, g of x with no prime for both, and then integrate. Now you switch these. You see what I'm saying? It was f prime, g of x, and then dx. Now it's going to be g of x with prime, because this was f of x with prime. So now it's going to be g of x now is going to have a prime. G of x with prime, and then f of x with no prime. Or if you don't want to use that, some of the teachers sometimes that'll use those, some of the books, you could use the second one, which is integral u dv, so whichever you prefer, and then you multiply u times v and the integral. Now you switch, it's going to be v du. So memorize that one, you know what I'm saying? You just memorize the formula. So now let's go to the business. So first and foremost, how do I know this integral is by parts? That is the question I get every time, like, how do I know this integral by parts? Okay, so you know integral by parts, if it's in any of this formula, either you have an x and a trig. Like for example, if I have a let's say integral x cos of x, this is integration by parts. So sometimes it's how it look, you know what I'm saying? So if it's, let's say, x and trig, then integration by part. If I got integral of x tan of x, it's also integration by part. If I have an integral x sine x dx, or even x squared, as long as I have a group of function and trigonometric, that's integration by parts. But not all the time it have to be function and trigonometric. It could be function and ln. For example, it could be something like this. You know what I'm saying? Look, it could be integral x ln of x. Also, this is integration by parts. You know what I'm saying? How do I know? Because whenever I have a function with ln, also integration by parts. Or it could be integral and they have a t square, or whatever t in a function, and you have an e power whatever you have here, power whatever t you have. This integration by parts. So okay, so how do I identify? Because the thing is, there's a different types of integrations. So now I have to use my own techniques. Like when I look at it and now I have to apply integration by parts. So how I'm going to identify? First, we say you have to be sine or function with sine or with cos or with tan, and then it could be x with ln or even ln alone, or if we have a certain function with exponential function, then that's integration by parts. Now let's start solving the first question, see how we can solve that first question. Okay, let's start the first question. So first and foremost, okay, so now because in exam they're not going to give they're going to give a lot of questions. So now this integration by parts, how did I know? Because just by looking, I see there's a function, there's a sign. So first and foremost, I'm going to have to apply the formula. Okay, so let's apply the formula. So formula say, okay, integral f of x, or I can apply u, let me apply u, whatever, it doesn't matter, the same thing. Okay, u dv, let me just put it here, dv equal to u times v, and then minus v, now choose u dv, now v du. So now you're gonna have to be very clever here. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be very, very clever, man. Very, very clever. So first and foremost, see this x here, let's equal to u, and dv, can you see u equal to x and dv equal to the rest, so dv equal to sine x dx. So what you do, the first one you differentiate, the second one you integrate. So you have to differentiate this. When you differentiate x, you're going to get dx, and when you differentiate u, you're going to get to u. You know what I'm saying? Now we go for the second one. Here, this one we have to integrate. Integrate this one and integrate this one. When you integrate dv, you get v. And when you integrate sine of x, you're going to get cos of x. You know what I'm saying? Negative cos of x. Negative cos of x. When you integrate sin of x, you get negative cos of x. So now, we have a dx, we have a v, we have everything we have. You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do, we're going to have to substitute in the formula. In this formula here. Now let's substitute. Now we're going to say we have an integral. What is our u? Our u equal to x. Now what is dv? Our dv equal to sin x dx. Equal to u. What is our u? U equal to x. V. Our v equal to this one. Negative cos x. And then minus integral v. What is a v? Our v equal to negative cos x. Okay, now we got du. What is a du? Du equal to dx. Okay, so now the equation is almost finished. So we say, okay, so this is going to give us, we're going to take negative out, and then we're going to have a cos of x. Okay, negative and negative is going to be positive, and then we have an integral cos of x. Take negative out, means it's going to be positive cos of x dx. And then we're going to have x cos of x plus, when you integrate cos of x, when you integrate cos of x, you get sin of x. So we're going to get sin of x, my apology, and then plus constant. Why we add a constant? Because we don't have a limit. So since you don't have a limit, so you can just add constant. Right, so finally, if I integrate x sin of x, I'm going to get x cos of x plus sin of x plus c. I thought I told ya, is a non-river soldier, 25 bacteria, non-river soldier, 25 bacteria, non-river soldier. Okay, so that's the first example for integration with parts. You know what I'm saying? If this video was very helpful and you think that, you know, I deserve the credits name, make sure you leave a comment. Say how everything the video did help you. You know what I'm saying? And if this is first time on my channel, make sure you help me to reach 200 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? 200,000 subscribers, and you know, 200,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? So another thing takes a lot of your time, man. You know what I mean? So like I say, man, we represent Africa, man, motherland, man. We love you so much. Peace and love, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate it.